Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Guess what day it is? It is day 5 in the mini free chakra challenge that you guys have participated with me, yours truly, Leah Vanderlinden. And it has been my ultimate honor to show you guys really unique ways to understand who you are, where you've been, and how to break free from past patterns and past belief systems. So it is so important to me that you guys dove into these 5 days to really be able to understand, right? I know it's day 5. Hi, Georgette. Hi, Elle. Hi, Danielle. How are you? To be able to deeply understand your loved ones more, your children more, your coworkers, and just people in general. The more you begin to really understand what makes you you, you can understand what makes them them. And then the more you can relate and become just closer as individuals and closer as families and all of that yumminess. So we have learned so much. We've learned about the root chakra. We've learned about the sacral chakra, the solar plexus, and the heart chakra and the throat chakra. And I've had a lot of you private message me and write in the comments as well, you guys have, that you've had a couple chakras really stand out to you. Hi, Rox! So I would love to hear what you guys have been doing with this information. Are you doing the affirmations? Are you doing the journal prompts that you've received via email? What have you guys been doing with this knowledge? Are you doing the breathing techniques? Because so many of you have told me how much it's helping you. So I would love to hear the things that you're doing. Hi, Claudia. Hi, Chastity. I love when Chastity pops on because it always goes, top fan. Makes me feel so important. So I know that some of you are doing some cool things as far as finding your own meditations on YouTube and doing those breathing techniques, which is awesome. I know that some of you are also working with me privately as your guide to really help you through that trauma that comes up with the breath work, as well as just, gaining new ways to be more expansive. So I use this to really help me. I use this to really help me with my depression. I've used this to help me getting over relationships, getting through a divorce in the past. I paired this up with Reiki, and that's what I do with my clients now. I have used this to help with so many things. So I want to invite you to keep on this journey after this 5 days end. I don't want you to just stop here. So just keep going. I also wanted to say that don't forget Sunday at 11:30. I know we were originally going to do it Saturday, but I want to be able to give people time to catch up. So Sunday at 11:30 a.m. right here on Living Life with Leah, we are going to announce the 2 winners. So I have put in the links in the comments as far as the different ways you guys can register. It was being active on the lives for all 5 sessions, coming in, commenting, answering the questions. That automatically gets you in for the entry. For whoever you've invited, if you've invited people to join this journey with you and they've joined, I explained in the email how many entries that gets you. If you have gotten value from this and you write a referral about me and you tag it about this course on your personal page, you get 3 entries. If you go into the Soulful Goddess and you write a referral for this program and what you've learned, you also get another 3 entries. Post, you get an entry per chakra class you share. So there are all kinds of ways to get tons of entries to win the 90 day fiance to win the 90-day I did it again, the 90-minute chakra balancing and chakra activation session with me that is done over the phone. You also get an entry to you also get in the finalist. I can't talk today. I almost want to start this over. I'm nervous. You also get entries to win the 7-day master chakra sessions with me. Oh my gosh, I'm all over the place. So what that means is that on Sunday, when we do the winner announcements, I also am going to do, yeah, I didn't mean to say 90 day. Hi, Georgia. Hi, Shamika. I think I got nervous because Daniel's on and I don't normally have men on here. And so it's like, I almost want to just delete this and start over. You guys know how I am, but I'll just roll with it. Okay. So, the other part is that you can be entered to win the 7 different classes with me. So those classes are master classes and they're a la carte classes. So some of you guys have said there's 2 or 3 chakras that are really standing out to me right now. Those are to me an indication that those are the ones that have the most suppressed emotions and energy. Don't, Daniel, I love it. It challenges me. The most suppressed energy in them and the most suppressed trauma in them. So those are going to be the ones you notice the most. So the more that you do this chakra work, what happens is the ones that are tensions are, no, don't leave, are going to be the ones that are good. You're going to feel the buzz. You're going to feel the tingle. You're going to feel the dizziness, all those things, right? Once you really deal with those, then the other chakras will start to call your attention too. Those aren't needing your attention as much. So what I want to invite you to do is on Sunday, you're going to also learn about the master classes. And I want to invite you to take a couple of the ones that really stand out to you chakra wise. And then if you feel you need to continue on and do the other ones, you can do them that way too. But we'll get into that more on Sunday. Also on Sunday, what we're going to do is go over, I'm going to do a meditation for all of you guys to activate all 7 chakras at once. So you can kind of get a taste of what it would be like to work with me, but also what it would be like to have all 7 of those activated. Okay. So be prepared. It's going to be magical. And we're going to go over some yumminess too on Sunday. So please join me at 11:30 here and let's dive in. So let me make sure I didn't miss any comments. Elle said day 5. I know. Elle said, yes, helping me with the breath work. It has been so helpful. Also learning more about my root chakra and what I need to focus more on right now. Yay! Rock said it has helped me get out of this funk rut I've been in. It does make sense knowing what chakras are not working properly. Yay! Chastity said, do you think distance Reiki is as beneficial as it is in person? Okay, well, here's what I do. I can't answer that for everyone else, but when I do long distance Reiki, feel free to reach out to any of my clients and ask them. But when I do long distance Reiki, I don't strictly do Reiki. So I also incorporate chakra movement in the Reiki session, crystal therapy in the Reiki session, and breath work. So you definitely feel it because you're active with me while I'm doing the Reiki movements and the Reiki symbols. You're getting like 4 or 5 different sessions in one. And almost, to be honest with you, about 80% of my clients, pretty much 90 now, are all long distance and they have had incredible results. So feel free to reach out to me. We can always do a discovery call that's complimentary. It's 15 minutes just so I can explain it more in depth to you and tell you how that works. But yes, I have also had long distance Reiki done on me. And I just make sure I go to someone that's highly referred, and it's been incredible. So I 100% think it works. Now, however, you definitely feel a more intense energy in person. But like I said, all the other yumminess that we incorporate in those sessions, you 100% walk away feeling more light, feeling like the weight of the world has been released off of you. And you just, everybody always says they feel so much more relaxed. They sleep better, but we'll dive into that later. So, all right. Hi, Kay. Yes, I love me some Reiki too. Reiki I started getting sessions done about 11 years ago when I was going through a really rough, ending my marriage I was with him for almost 10 years. And it was a rough time in my life. And like I said, I sat down on that bed and I thought, this lady's full of shit. She's doing woo, woo, woo over my head. And I thought she's going to turn me into a sheep. And I'm like, what is this shit? She's not touching me. I'm paying for this. She's ringing. At the end of the session, I tried to sit up and I just bawled, and all these emotions that I had stored in me had came out, and I just felt like this connection I hadn't felt in a long time. And she had told me that so many of my chakras had been blocked off, which made so much sense because those chakras were protecting me by being closed at that time. And then when they were opened, it was beautiful. Now, I didn't only do one session with her. You know, anytime you do things like that, that's like if you have a muscle ache and you go into a chiropractor, you go into a massage therapist, chances are you're going to need 3 or 4 sessions to really get that pain out. You may feel better the first time, but it's the follow-up and the follow-through that really make the difference. So make sure that you're not just doing these things one time and then thinking, I'm going to healed. You're going to walk out better, but you need to be consistent and go in not constantly, but go in with someone you really trust a few times and make sure that you're really removing that stuff. Okay, I went way too long on that. Okay, so you are so welcome. I hope that explained. Oh, rocks, you should. You should. Okay, so once again, you guys, I am just so grateful you have all came here and showed up the way you had. So let's keep going. So tonight we are going to learn about the third eye. What? I have so many people reach out to me privately that say, is it safe to open the third eye? I've heard so many negative things about this. My pastor said not to do this, or I've read that it's dangerous. And I will address that because I think that is a very valid concern. However, I don't think it's dangerous at all. I think it's super dangerous to walk around with one that is blogged. I can't talk tonight. That is clogged. All right, so type in the comments, what do you think a third eye is responsible for? What do you think it's responsible for? Let's hear him, y'all. No, it's not scary. Not at all. So let's hear them. So just to tell you about where the third eye is located, it's going to be right in this area, okay? And Chastity said the spa I get my massages at has the option to incorporate Reiki. Sorry to distract you. Not distract me at all. I'm glad you asked. It's a very beautiful question and a valid question. And I think Reiki goes hand in hand with chakra work. So the Reiki I have had done, the people always do chakra work with me, and that's what I do with my clients too. So I'm glad you asked. You know, it to me, it's like, ask anything you want, Chastity. You know you're one of my favorite humans in the world. All right, here we go. Shamika, hi. Shamika said intuition. We got another intuition from Stephanie. Elle said clarity. Oh, look at Georgette. Yes. Dreams. Seeing more than just the physical world. See why people in religion might be a little scared of this stuff, right? Doesn't mean that it is bad. But oftentimes those things have been labeled by certain religions that those things are witchcraft, okay? But those of us who have really learned on our own, if we feel comfortable with those things, know that that might not be the case at all. Georgia said dreams and seeing more than just the physical world. Sorry, I just said that. Perception. Yes. Okay. Here's another reason why it might get a bad rap. It's going to help you with your psychic abilities, but especially your intuition. When those other chakras have been clogged, as we've talked about in the past, what happens is a lot of people go, girl, I went on this date, and when I was on this date, my intuition told me that he was bad news. I knew from the moment he sat down, I should not have went, right? Or I went to that job interview, and my intuition told me that boss was an ass, okay? Here's the problem with that. There are times that is true, but most of the time when you are operating out of those chakras below that are not healthy, that's not your intuition telling you those things. That's your past trauma and your past experiences. Your body is sending you a physical state of panic and a physical state of fight or flight. Like I have been in this situation before and it felt like pure hell and I don't ever want to go through it again. That's not your intuition, right? So when you have really worked on clearing out these chakras, you will start to feel your intuition more than ever really guide you into the things that are healthy for you, because you have clear insight and clear direction coming from source energy, not past energy. Does that make sense? So this third eye is all about your psychic abilities, being able to really channel messages from within, channel messages from the divine. It is for telepathy, astral travel. This is once again why it gets a bad rap. Visions, inner knowing, connection to your highest self. Kim said that makes sense, okay? But you know what else it is? It's great for imagination. So there are a lot of people that will come to me, because I also teach guided meditation classes and workshops. And people will come to me and they'll say, oh my gosh, like, I hope you're not going to do a guided meditation that's going to be an hour. There's no way I can visualize that long. Well, your third eye is responsible for your ability to be able to really visualize, okay? So if it's clogged and blocked, you're going to have a hard time visualizing, being intuitive, being able to really imagine. So a lot of times in exercises, when they talk about manifesting, they want you to visualize what it would be like to have that money, what it would be like to walk on the floor of your new house. And people who have this area blocked, they struggle with being able to really visualize. Another thing that people struggle with in this area, as well as the crown that we'll talk about, is learning disabilities, being able to really comprehend and being able to really focus and retain information. You might have memory issues. You might not be able to hold on to this. Somebody will say something and then in a matter of moments, you feel like you've already lost that information. Even be able to comprehend directions and math. All of that requires both of these areas. So it's so much deeper than just that spiritual connection. It's also intellectual connection, okay? So if this area is not balanced, what do you guys think would happen for you? If you don't have your ability to have a really clear intuition, you don't have the ability to truly hear the Creator from within and connect to your highest self, what do you think you guys would be doing? What do you think would be happening for you? Go ahead and type those in the comments for me. So, what I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to start saying them is, you might not be assertive. You might be oversensitive to the feelings of others, suffer with nightmares, migraines, lack of vision, great Shamika, anxiety, okay? You might be manipulative and not even realize it, that you go and you control everything to your favor, your benefit. It's all about you. You might be super, super strict in your religious beliefs, oversensitive to sound even, afraid of success. Love that. Make bad choices. Love that. Low vibrations. Unable to distinguish between ego and highest self. Huge one, right? So we've got all kinds of great things coming in, and every one of them is dead on. Another thing is that what color of stone, or excuse me, what color of chakra do you think this is? I love asking you guys that because it's great to see where we're all at. So what color do you think is associated with your third eye? While you guys are typing those in, here is the things that I want to recommend as far as crystals and stones to use in your meditations when you're trying to activate that third eye. One of the beautiful things that you can do is lay down and place that stone on top of the third eye while you meditate, even while you sleep. I do that often, and it really helps, especially when I'm struggling with a headache, and I'll set the intention of that stone to pull those limiting beliefs out, to pull that headache out, that stress out, that tension, whatever it is. That is a beautiful thing that you can do with crystals. Sometimes I will literally even rub that crystal in to my head, okay? Look at all these great guesses. Indigo, blue. Okay, well, guess what? It is indigo and it's purple as well. So you would use amethyst, which is one of my favorite stones. It's one of the most beautiful ones. Often when I ask women in my crystal classes, I say, what's the first stone that you were drawn to? And almost every woman's like, amethyst, because it's so beautiful, right? It's just gorgeous. Lapis lazuli is one. Purple sapphire and fluorite. Anybody else love fluorite? So gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Hi, Lotus. There's one of my crystal course graduates. So your sixth chakra, your third eye, I'm going to read some of this from Dr. Dream, is the center of your psychic powers and your highest intuition. Through the power of your sixth chakra, you are able to receive guidance, true guidance. I know, Rox, it's my favorite too. And channel and tune into your highest self. This is the energy center that allows you to experience telepathy, astral travel, and past lives. The color indigo symbolizes the bridge between infinite and finites, right? So your third eye is where you see the unseen, know the unknown, and feel what isn't obvious to everyone else, but it needs to be obvious to you. Ah, that's the first stone you bought? I know. Stephanie said, I love fluorite. So placing, so it's the divine color, the ray of indigo energy that can help you to connect to the world of the spirit. Isn't that awesome? So placing a lapis lazuli on the third eye is a practice utilized by the ancients for this exact purpose, to connect to the divine, right? How freaking cool is that? So one thing that you can do is allow yourself to daydream. Really allow yourself to visualize something. So you can start with a little practice like we can do right now. If you struggle with your intuition, one of the things that you can do, or not intuition, but being able to imagine, your imagination, I want you to just start with something small. So visualize a blue bird and allow yourself to really focus on that image. Imagine the wings of the bird, the size of the bird. If the bird has anything in its beak, is it in flight? Is it still? Really start with something small and imagine the greatest details on it, okay? If you do little things like that each day, what that's going to do is not only help improve your imagination, but it's going to help improve your focus. It's going to help get you out of your head and really help you with visualizing. Visualizing is huge when it comes to spiritual growth and spiritual work, because so many things we do are based on visualizing us in a different state or visualizing us setting things free. So you got to get that clear, right? So that's a great practice. Allowing yourself to daydream and meditate and really be focused in the present moment. Or on the present moment. I would love to hear in the comments, what do you guys do to help strengthen your third eye? What are things that you personally do that have really helped you with your intuition? Okay. The essential oil you're going to use for this third eye is one of my favorite oils in the entire world, which is rosemary. Oh my gosh, I discovered rosemary at a chakra balancing session a couple years ago, and I freaking love it. It's not necessarily that it smells the best. I love what it does to me personally, okay? Another thing I do is I put Palo Santo on my third eye and rub that in, and that really helps me. But rosemary comes from the Latin word, and I'm not going to try to say this correctly, so I apologize if you're a Latin expert, but I'm just going to say it how the hell I read it. Because I don't know, but it's ros marinos, meaning rose or dew of the sea, okay? So rosemary actually is mentioned several times in the Bible, which is cool. And it's to uplift mental fatigue and promote mental focus. I love these coming in. This is how everybody improves their third eye. Meditation, meditation, meditation. Yes. Okay, so it has a strong aromatic sense of herbs and wood, and it helps keep the mind alert and focused, which is awesome. So, what's another one? did you know that even the Greeks and the Romans used this, and it helped them understand loyalty to self before others? I love that. Absolutely love that. So when we are more loving to ourselves as opposed to others, an energy that used to be stagnant and cloudy is going to really become free. This is going to help your circulation and your concentration. Okay. This is why this oil is connected also to the heart energy. So, anywho, that was a lot there, but I'm loving reading these, and we're going to go ahead and go on to the crown. Meditation with crystals. Yes. Okay. So, another thing I wanted to say is that if this area is clogged down, I wanted you guys to write what you thought that might mean for you, and you guys did a great job with that. Some other things might be lots of fear about the future, tension in the head, depression, and this is also linked to the root chakra. So if your root chakra is out of whack, chances are your third eye is as well. If this is strong, you are going to be super intuitive, have really strong insights, a great imagination, able to comprehend and concentrate very easily, have wisdom, be able to retain information, and have a great perception. Okay. What this is also linked to is your pituitary gland, your nose, your ears, your left eye, which is crazy, right? So when I'm teaching them about this, they're like, what? Your left eye? But yes. And then your crown is to your right eye. Isn't that cool? That makes sense that we have sides of the brain, right? So we have a left a left side that's responsible for something. Same with our eyes. Struggle with having a blocked or a clogged third eye, you may struggle with sleeping problems, eye problems, frequent earaches, hormonal imbalance, sinus issues, and ear-related issues. Holy shit, right? Yes, yes, yes. Great job, Georgette. Okay, so diving in now to the 7th chakra, which is at the crown of our head. Crown of our head. What color do you guys think is associated with the crown of our head? Go ahead and type those in for me. And what do you think its primary function is for us, our crown chakra? So we know that this primary focus is the intuition. What do we think this one is? I'll let you guys type those in. So if this area is blocked or clogged, you're going to have a lack of stamina. You're going to have a lot of confusion and mental fog, and depression because you're constantly in your head. Those limiting beliefs are going over and over and over and over, and that's all that's getting through. If this is going and flowing the way that it should, you're going to have oneness with the infinite, deep spiritual connection. You're going to have a higher consciousness, okay? Unity and divine wisdom. The physical parts this is responsible for is your pineal gland, your cerebral cortex, your central nervous system, and your right eye. So we have so many comments coming in. I'm loving this. Oh, yes. So I guess there was an episode today on Ryan and Kelly instead of Regis and Kelly, and they were talking about chakras. I love that. And Ryan said that the chakra system is a whole highway of chakras, right? Okay. So we've got, oh, Chastity said, wow. Right. It's coming in. We have white. Good guess. We have gold. We have purple. Kim said, holy shit is right. White, right? Georgette said, I used my crown to bring in white light and pure energy. Yes. White. Good job. Okay. So it actually is the color violet. However, you guys have great guesses because oftentimes when you are doing meditation work around the crown chakra, you will see a white or golden light when you are receiving that energy. Anytime I do meditations or I do Reiki or I do Dikshan people, they tell me that every time, that when I'm over their crown or over their third eye, they physically see white and golden energy. So that makes total sense why you guys would think that. But the color is actually violet, and it's your center of spirituality. It's also your center of, keep them coming in what you think they're the center of. I love reading these. It's universal consciousness, all the knowing. I know, isn't that cool, Elle? Cosmic connection, the God source, your alignment, and your gateway to other dimensions. So if you are wanting this to open, your mantra is going to be, I am divine. So let's go ahead and say that. Let's just place our hand on our crown and just simply say that 4 times. I am divine. I am divine. I am divine. I am divine. Oftentimes we think that all this connection from the Creator has to come from out here. But the Creator is always talking to you within here and here. But oftentimes when we don't get this shit out, we can't hear what the Creator is trying to tell us, which is things about our gifts, things about how to make more money, how to be more active in your life, how to receive love, all these beautiful things. The Creator is trying to tell you every day. Okay, so know that you are also that divine connection, and you are really responsible for making sure that it's active. So if it's balanced, you're going to have an open mind. You're going to feel inspired and that deeply spiritual connection. If it's imbalanced, you're going to feel alienation, hopelessness, and depression. Okay. Yes, I love it, Chastity. I see. Okay. So what crystals do you think you guys would use for your crown chakra? Go ahead and have those coming in to me. It's another reason why you guys probably guessed those colors as well. So you guys know, if you took my crystal course, one of my other favorite stones that I think that if you're going to only have one crystal in your collection, to me, this is one of the most beautiful ones you could own, which is clear quartz. Clear quartz crystal is the master crystal. It is the crystal connected to your highest self, connected to the divine. It's purity. It removes negative energy. It's protection. It's just the okay? My favorite besides citrine. Love the clear quartz crystal. So clear quartz crystal, amethyst again, selenite, which is another one of my top favorites, and moonstone are great. Okay, I love these. Yay! Quartz, 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 quartz. Everybody else love quartz? Anybody else love quartz? Okay, so your crown chakra is located at the very top of your head, and your higher crown chakra, which is there's one even above that, extends beyond the top of your head, which that's what you guys are thinking of, which creates a glowing halo, almost like a globe that surrounds it. Can you see that picture behind me? That literally was me and my son's father, and my son is in there too. And that's our aura, okay? So the chakras that are also located outside the body. Like we discussed earlier, when we first started this, there's 114 different chakras, but we're just focusing on 7. So there is one even above this one, right? Rock said, I have them sprinkled all throughout the house. Yay, I bet you have such great energy in there. Georgia said that was my first crystal, and I wear moonstone all the time. Isn't moonstone beautiful? Okay, so it's located just a little bit higher, right? And it's that glowing halo, okay? It's often the one you see that when you see pictures of angels with the little halo, that's been what people have believed is actually that higher chakra, but they are just so in tune that it makes that physical representation of a halo, okay? So anywho, The seven chakras represented by the color violet, which is the color of spiritual mastery, which is really cool. This chakra corresponds with the highest element in our nature. Violet is also the highest vibrational color. So yesterday we learned rose oil is the highest vibrational oil. This one's the highest vibrational color, combining both the red matter, red which is matter, and blue which is spirit. The crown chakra is to know literally, and it's healthy. When it's healthy and opened, you are going to feel so aligned and connected to the divine. Clear quartz is one of the most powerful and effective stones to use on the crown chakra. You also can utilize the amethyst point or cluster on your third eye while laying down and meditating. So what do you guys think you could do to activate your crown chakra? What do you think you can do? So one of my favorite ways is to take a spiritual shower and to just simply pray in the shower to ask for divine guidance. I know I've talked about this before, but I'll say it again. Gratitude is another way to really get connected to the Creator. Writing down what you want, writing down your intentions. Another thing I do in the shower is each day I set the intentions for the day. How do I want to feel? What emotions do I want to come in tune with? What do I want to call in? Do I want to call in where I say, thank you, God, so much for all the incredible spiritual leaders I meet today. Thank you, God, so much for the incredible friendships that come my way. What is it that I really want to call in? All the green lights, right? Arriving to work early with ease, getting there in my favorite parking spot being open, that sort of thing, okay? So ask for what you want and really write down your intentions and connect with your higher power and write down all the things that are good in your life, okay? Ocean water, beach water. So you guys are in the same theme here with the water, holy water, anointing yourself, right? So just really come to terms with things that make you feel good. I've talked about this before, but there are times like, let's say if I'm really stressed out and I really want to make sure that I'm connecting to the connector, I connect to water. So I'll go into the bathroom of wherever I'm at and I will splash the water on my face and say, God, please guide me in this situation. Oh, I love that. Elle calls that princess parking. That's so cute. Chastity said, I love a spiritual shower. Yes, Stephanie said, good idea about setting intentions in the shower. Ocean water, beach water. Yes. You can do moon water. I have moon water sitting in a little mason jar that I sit sometimes on my spiritual altar. And when I'm praying to God, I will dip my hands in that water just to charge my energy. So guess what oil is great for this? Okay, I know rose oil, peppermint oil, lavender oil. But you guys, this oil, one oil that besides peppermint oil that I can never run out, my favorite oil. It's mentioned, I don't know how many times in the Bible, but it's over and over and over in the Bible. Why do you think it is? It's because it is literally the vibration of truth. It's the oil of truth. Any guesses? Shamika, what do you think, girl? Frankincense. Frankincense. Frankincense reveals deceptions and false truth. It is such a great oil to use if you're really trying to get insight on something. Now, don't go splash it on your man like I knew his ass was cheating. But it is really a great one if you are trying to meditate and find out, are these lies that I'm believing about myself? Is this really the truth in the situation, or is this my past crap, right? Really lather up. Oh, don't be sorry, honey. Lather up in the frankincense when you're trying to come to see what is true and what is not, okay? It invites individuals to really let go of lower vibrations, of lies and deceptions, and most importantly, negativity. This oil helps create new perceptions and perspectives based on light and truth. Isn't that what we all want, right? Okay, we're going to keep on going. So it's also supposedly the cleanser of spiritual darkness. That would make sense why it was all over the Bible. It is known to bring wisdom, gifts and spiritual truths back into your life. And it's also known to assist the soul in putting back, excuse me, the spiritual light that we all had before it got clogged down by other things. It also helps push down the walls of the heart. So that's what I'm saying. If you only own just one oil, it basically helps every chakra imaginable. Frankincense reminds you that you are loved and you are deeply protected and connects you right back to the love of the divine, okay? And it shields you. This is one where empaths and healers, I tell them all the time, before you go into metaphysical stores, crystal gym shows, or even Walmart and stuff like that, and you are really easily effective and sensitive to other people's energy, put on frankincense and set the intention that you're going to be protected, and I promise you it will raise your vibe. I don't rarely ever go out in public without frankincense. It is my go-to. My go-to. Yes, Stephanie, you do. Everybody needs frankincense oil. Make sure that when you're buying your oils, you're buying therapeutic grade oils, oils that are safe to consume if you need to, oils that have not been overly processed. You want to get the purest stuff. You're going to have to spend more money on getting really great oils, okay? But it's worth it. You will notice a difference. Okay, I wasn't going to recommend any company because I know I have dear friends that sell them, but my favorite company, I'm sorry, I hope I don't offend anybody, but my favorite company, I have tried so many brands, and it is Young Living. Young Living lavender oil. I've never smelled anyone like that. I've never smelled a rose oil like that, and it does something different to me, different than any other oil. I do also love the doTERRA. However, there's just something about Young Living for me. I'm not going to recommend one individual over the other. You do what works for you, but there's something about it. Yes, I apply frankincense over the heart every day. I love that, Chastity. Yes. Shamika said, I have been using that on my hands and feet, and I have been having issues with pain and swelling. Oh, when you do? Oh, good. So you use that and it helps you. Perfect. Yes, the king of oils. Okay. So it also is going to help enhance your prayer and meditation, and it opens spiritual channels and allows the individual to connect back to God, okay? Through the love and light and the power of frankincense, the individual can draw closer to the divinity and their healthy masculinity, okay? So anyway, it's going to help you if you struggle with abandonment issues. That's something I deeply struggle with. Spiritual disconnection and distance from father. So if you have a really rough relationship with your father, this is a great one to use, okay? Spiritual darkness and feeling unprotected. If you have entities and things like that in your home that attach themselves to you and you really want to create that barrier, frankincense is a great one to spray and pour around your room too. Another great one is myrrh. That's also mentioned in the Bible many times. Frankincense and myrrh. Roman chamomile, clary sage, and then Melissa. Melissa is another great oil. Okay, and I don't think I told you guys what oil to use for, oh yeah, rosemary. Okay, so, Shamika said, Georgia said, I need a gallon. Shamika said, yes, it's helped me with the pain and swelling in my hands and feet. Oh, perfect. No, that's okay. Sometimes it's hard for me to read on live, so I could have read that wrong. All right, so these are great, you guys. We're going to start wrapping it up. But what I want you to ask yourself right now, and I want you to really, really ask yourself, is if I had a deep relationship with the divine, if I really had a deep relationship with the divine, what would change in my life? Type those in the comments for me. If I had a true, real, deep connection with the divine, what would change for me in my life? Go ahead and type those in for me. Every single thing. Yes. You know, I have tried many years to go astray and to just do things on my own and do them without having this divine connection. And my depression and anxiety is off the charts when I don't involve the creator. So it's up to you for you to believe what you want to believe, and and whatever makes you feel good can be what is your God, okay? But all I'm saying is there is some truth to developing that connection to the divine. It really changes your life. Yeah. Self-worth, living my best life, less anxiety and self-doubt. Yes, these are great. So now what I want you to ask yourself, hi, Claudia. Hi, Art. I want you to ask yourself, just place your hand on your heart for a second, okay? What is my intuition telling me that I need to take action in right now? Okay, that's what I want you to ask yourself. What is my intuition telling me that I need to take action on or in right now? Go ahead and really think about that, okay? Yes, Georgette said her self-worth would change. Oh, Stephanie, thank you for sharing that with me. She said she was about to take her life. Yes, you get in that state of overwhelm. You get in that state of isolation, alienation. I have been there. You guys know I am very vocal. I have been struggled with depression ever since I can remember. And it is something that can definitely get you down into where you feel like no matter how many people are waving the flags telling you they're there, you just don't believe it. And when you connect back to the connector, you're able to see the truth for what it really is. And it's actually that there are many people supporting you and cheering you on. But when we're wearing that blindfold of depression, we can't see it. Yes. Thank you, Georgette, for answering. She said me. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to just start moving on a little bit more here. So I want us to just take a moment also to say another mantra, okay? So place your hand on your heart one more time. I am now open to the divine wisdom that was meant for me. I am now open to the divine wisdom that was meant for me. I am now open to the divine wisdom that was meant for me. Did you feel that? Didn't that feel good? Right? So now I want you to place one hand on your crown. Okay? One hand on your heart. And say, I am one with my highest self, the angelic guidance I'm meant to receive, and to the Creator that's within me. I am one with the infinite wisdom, with my highest self, and with my angelic guidance that was meant for me. Yes. All right, guys, those are beautiful. You guys are doing such great work. Okay, so how does that feel to just say those things and breathe those things in for a moment? Hi, Gunther. How does that feel? Do you feel that connect to you? Isn't it beautiful? So now what I want to do before we end this call, because I really don't want to get off here. I have loved this so much, and this group has been wonderful. So know that when we're going to come back on Sunday to our chakra celebration, I can't wait for you guys to get this meditation from me that we're going to do collectively. So try to be here, because the more we have come together, the energy is just going to be like, oh. Shamika said, I have tingles all over. Yeah, baby. And that breastbone, Shamika. Rock said, lots of good energy. I love it. Beautiful, Georgette. Yes, 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 yes. All right. Claudia, by the way, I've missed you. Okay, so let's breathe. Are we ready to breathe? Who's ready to breathe? Me. Let me hear it in the comments. Are y'all ready to breathe? Chastity, you ready, girl? Okay. So what I want you to do is, have you guys been liking the chakra sounds and chakra activations? I want you to imagine doing those, you guys, for 20 minutes and what that would do. Remember, you've gotten a little taste, okay? But this work is meant to do for a while. We got a me, Roxason. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to do, here we go, me. We are going to go over the third eye, okay? So I want to teach you a little Reiki trick. You guys want to hear a Reiki trick? Okay. So I want you to take your hands and I want you to rub them together like this. Shamika, rub them together. Feel the vibration like Marky Mark. Feel it, feel it, feel it. Feel the vibration. Go as fast as you can to where almost it's going to feel like it's burning. Okay? And then when you can barely take it anymore, you are going to slowly take them apart and you're going to pull it apart like taffy. Go back. Keep them together. Feel that. See my hand shaking? Start to pull it like a ball. Now I want you to place it on the crown of your head. Close your eyes. Just close your eyes for a moment. Feel that energy tingle all the way down your crown and your third eye, okay? Just breathe it in for a moment. Okay, now we're going to start our chant for the third eye. It's S-H-A-A-M-M, okay? So it's shum. Close your lips on that M. Ready? Go. Sham. 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 Last one. Sham. Take your hands, rub them together again. Get that friction back. Slowly pull it apart. Go back to the crown of your head. Doing our last activation for the evening. We're going to go Om, which is O-M-M-M-M. Okay? Om. 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 Loud as you can. Two more. Take your hands and place them on your lap. I want us to breathe in and breathe out. We're going to do this 11 times and we're going to go super fast, okay? Really feel the breath. Whew. Ready? In, out. So when I say in, breathe in through your nose. When I say out, let it out really fast through your mouth, okay? You're just going to hear me. Ready? Go. Take a break. One more. We're going to go super fast. Ready? Now we're going to go slow. Ready? 2 more. Really large inhale, hold, exhale. Again. Again. Beautiful work. Begin to shake your hands, bringing light and awareness back into your space. Feeling grounded, feeling back into the room, back into your body. You may feel tingling sensation, chills, warmness, a buzz. You may see golden energy all around you. You may see or feel nothing at all. Whatever it is completely normal for you. Begin to roll your ankles around and around. Begin to roll your head around and around. Feeling more and more awareness back into your space, back into the room. And when you feel comfortable, I want you to open your eyes, but I want you to take your feet and plant them into the ground and really just start to lift them up and down. And imagine them having beautiful branches connecting you to the connector, connecting you to the divine. Really feel those roots, okay? I want you to feel unshakable, stable, safe, rooted, and grounded. Breathing in that source energy and in that light one final time. Welcome back. Oh, Stephanie said I saw God. Wow. So go ahead and share in the comments, what did you feel? Because now that we have worked on all 7 of those chakras, this meditation for you was probably different than would have ever been before you started doing this work. So anyway, I just want to once again thank you from the bottom of my soul and the bottom of my heart for sharing this experience with me. Please come in Sunday. Make sure that you guys are emailing me at Leah, Leah, at Gmail, or sorry, I was about to tell you my work address. Leah, Leah, Nicole, Nickole, at gmail.com. All your tallies of how many of these live events you showed up to, you get an entry for each one. How many people you invited to the challenge, how many times you shared these posts. If you write a referral, remember you get 3 entries per referral you write. Make sure you tally all that up and you send it to me via email, and then I will put your name in that many times to be able to win the 90-minute session with me or to win all 7 master classes. Yes, Shamika said I feel lighter. Chastity rocks. Claudia, Georgette, Elle, what did you guys feel during that? So anyway, all right, guys, good luck on everything. I can't wait to see who wins. And thanks again for being a part of this. I love you all so much. And let's heal the world one chakra at a time. See you on Sunday at 11:30 a.m. Central Standard Time right here. Bye.